Go ahead.
Okay, so today we are going to be solving a 5x5. This is a more challenging cube, but this is actually not more difficult than the 4x4. So this one's still easier than the 4x4, but real quickly, remember there are some long algorithms in this, so try to memorize those later in the video, but I'm just going to start mixing it up. So this one, yeah, it is easier than the 4x4, but so if we mix it up, our first step will be to get a side completed. So like I have this part right here and this part right here. So if I just move that up, I'll have those 4. But then I also have a part right here. So if I also move that up, I'll have 6. But basically, you're just trying, so in any way you can create this. But here's an example. If I have so if I, let's say it's like that, and there's a missing yellow, I'll turn it up to that side, whatever side this other yellow piece is on. If it's on the far side, I'll show you that in a second. But basically, if the yellow is right here, you're gonna need to turn it to right there, and then have the empty slot right there. And then you're gonna need to do this algorithm, which I have showed in a few other videos. So you'll take these two, right, the two right, most right side, whatever, I don't know. But anyways, you'll take these two slides, you'll turn them up, then you'll turn the top, then you'll turn these two back down top, these two top, these, actually top twice I guess, but, and then that'll be that side. But then we should solve the right side now, which, again, you'll just find like this. You'll turn it so that where this edge piece to the center needs to go, which is right there. So you'll then put it right there. You'll move this up, move that, and then move that back, and it'll now be a cross, which is the goal. But last time it was just really easy. And then again, orange, or missing white, and then white. You'll move those up, top, down, top, up, top, top. And then when you do that, we'll then find this one, which I'll move that up so that is right there. And then this, I'll move that, and then I'll boom, 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 and boom. And now I have the last one, which I'll again move right there, and then that right there. Now I'll move this part up, then down, then like I did earlier. And I will now have these two solved. Again, there is not really any algorithms you have to use. No algorithms really are used, but you can use some to solve that better. And then let's go for green. So what we'll do is we'll move that right there to preserve the two, whatever, I can't speak right now. Or because there's no other thing on the side right now, we can just move that down, but only for this one, because there's not really any other space to mess up. But again, if it's on the far side, what you're gonna do is put the spot where you want it, and then you're gonna move this 2 up, then down, and then 2 in. It should be there on the green side without messing up much, but only if you do it correctly. And then again, we'll do this algorithm, but you don't even have to use it to get them into the right space. It's just one I do. Okay, so here's an example. So, of what I was talking about earlier. So, the green's here, but I need to get it here. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna move this up twice, then the top, that down twice, top, that up twice, top, top, that down twice. And you'll have that there now. Now, we're gonna solve the red side, which this side, all of the things that need to go on here are on the opposite side. So we're gonna move this up twice to make that way, and then that, and that is gonna now be there. And then again, we're gonna do this, where we have the missing red over here. We'll move that up twice, there, that down twice, there, that up twice, that twice, and then down. And now, again, all of these sides, with the moves we're doing, all these sides should stay solved. And now, here are the last two centers we have to solve. So we're gonna do blue first. We're gonna move that there. Then we're gonna do this, and that is gonna be there now. And then let's do that again, and then again. But then we have to do this algorithm again. And again, you've seen that many times. But now the next step would be to solving the centers, or the edges, not centers, we just did that. But, so what you're gonna do first is find, like, for example, this orange and white and this orange and white. So you're gonna move it to the middle, and you're gonna move it, check if you can, like, pair them. But you're not gonna pair them yet. So what you're gonna do is, if there is an area where you can swap it with, like, or a edge you can swap it with without messing up the edge, if you have more solved edges, what you're gonna do is you're gonna move this over so that it pairs, then move this side up, and then this side that way, or any way actually, just to get an unsolved edge down, and then you're gonna restore the center, and then those two should stay paired, and it shouldn't mess up any other side. So again, if I flip that, which how I flip them is I always go to the top edge and then move it to the back, then move it down, then move it sideways twice, and it will flip it. But that's just my way of flipping it. You obviously don't have to listen to me. I just use that when there's always other ways to flip it. But now, so that orange side is now paired all the way. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this one. So this red and green. So when that is like that, we're gonna move the top this time, and then do that and that. And after that, that should all be paired. And let's do, sometimes it is a bit difficult to find one where you can pair it with, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do this one. So if they're back to back with each other, where one's flipped and it's not, it needs to be flipped like that, then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do that one algorithm. And when we do that, it will be off of it, and then we can just move it, and we'll do that flipping thing I showed already, and then we can just move it in, then insert it up there. And now when we want, let's look for the last part of the green and white, which it will be up here. So we'll just move that over, move this up. I'm gonna move this twice. Don't ever put the finished edges down here, only put the unfinished ones. But after we do that, we'll see, let's see, green and yellow. So we'll put that down there. Let's flip it just so it can get back to, or whatever. Anyways, it will now be up here, and then let's look for another one just to finish it right now. Well then, I'm guessing, I don't know where it is, but, oh, it's right there. Okay, so we'll just put that down there, and then we'll do the same thing that I've showed you, and that edge should now be solved. And now we have this thing where there is two edges that need to go onto the center edge, and if you move them over, they will not meet. So you'll just flip one of them, which I don't really have a system to flip them. Like, I don't really flip a certain one. I just flip either one. But after you do that, they'll then be paired, and then you'll go back to the one you're just at and do that same thing. And really, remember, when you're moving it back, don't have any finished edge to put back in here, because if you put it right here and then you move it back, it will get messed up, so don't do that. But let's see. So we're gonna do this orange and green one now. So after you do this, let's move it there, then there. And then after we do that, we'll go do it again, which I'll do that, and that, and boom. And now let's do these 3. So I'm gonna flip that, then I'm gonna flip this. Then I'll just, not that one. Okay, so let's find a better one. Okay, right up here, right there. Okay, we are getting closer to having all of these sides finished now. So I'm gonna go for a green and orange, which will be down here. So now it's right here. So I'm gonna do that, then go up, which again, let's check the other side. Okay, there's a better one to swap it with. So we're gonna do that. And now, let's see, so we have 4 more unfinished edges. And after we do this, so let's flip this one to be the opposite of the center. Let's then move that one over there, and then there, and then there. And that also paired that. But now, let's see, where would it be? Right, I mean, that is one. Okay, well now, we'll flip that, do that, then do that, and then we'll put that back together. Okay, now, so we only have 3 edges, so let's put that right there. Actually, here, let's do that. Now we're gonna flip that, move that over, and then we're gonna do that. And now, okay, so this is what we have to use an algorithm. It's not that difficult, but basically what you gotta do is you gotta get the yellow and the other yellows on the same side. And this is only when you have 2 edges left where you can't completely complete them. But basically, if you have like yellow, get all the yellows facing the same way. And so if you had it like this, make sure you can't move it so that it's like that. But basically, what we're gonna do is flip that so that is right there. And then we're gonna use an algorithm where basically what we gotta do first is when it's like this, or when it is like this, if you did want to make it easier, you could just use this algorithm right here where you go up, top, down, front, down, front, then up. And usually it'll just flip them into the correct places, which you don't have to do that, but you could. But then for the starting of this algorithm, which is the same as that one, but first you gotta move these top 2 layers that way. And you gotta, basically if there's a solved one right here, you move it and those would be unsolved. And then you do that algorithm again. And after that, you'll just move these back. And okay, so we got the case. So there's a 50-50 chance you'll get this case or all the edges will be solved. But this case, it requires an algorithm that it is a bit long, but if you learn it enough, you will be good. I'm gonna move that up, then that twice, then move it down, then up twice, up twice, then 3 rows, down, then top row twice, this row, down, top row twice, and then down twice, up twice, down twice, up twice. But then, if I just real quickly do that, so that is now finished. And now what we gotta do is we gotta then do this, which, hang on, let me, okay, now, so we're just gonna solve it like a 3x3, which if you have watched my other videos, you should know how to do. And if I just real quickly, just solve it like a 3x3, which is where you get you put all of them up here. You put all of them around the, so basically if I redo that, right here, you'll put them all around the yellow center. Then you'll align the corresponding color with its center, which then you have to do a 180 degree turn. And then after that, you'll then have to do the corners, which this is very simple stuff. It's just 3x3 basically now. And now you'll do right algorithm, which is where you go up, top, down, top. And then you'll just basically do this. When it's on the top, you can just move it twice and then do it. But yeah, very simple stuff right now. Which this stuff, it's not really needed to explain it, because if you're solving a 5x5, you most likely know how to solve a 3x3. Which, yeah. But this one, it has no parodies like the 4x4 would while solving the 3x3 way, like after you've done everything and you start solving it the 3x3 way. There's not really, on the 4x4 there are parodies, but on here there aren't. And basically another way, like you're solving it the correct way, but then another way pops up that you have to solve before you continue. But yeah, so if you are trying to solve a 5x5 before solving a 3x3, go solve a 3x3 first, because I'm not really going to explain this part, just because, yeah, if you were solving a 5x5, you would be able to know how to solve a 3x3 most likely, unless you wanted to solve a 5x5 first, and then, yeah, last step. And then after all of these steps, this last one right here, you will have a solved 5x5. But that is the end of this video. Don't forget to go watch my other videos, and that's all.